At the time that I was approached for SuperSquad, I was actually working in the London performance of Cats. I was the third Siamese, which happened to be black, so I kind of felt it was a good fit. Had some of those cat-like agility maneuvers I think they liked, as well as obviously my good looks, which was critical to the role.
Well, I'm a kindergarten teacher, and one of my students said that his father was going to be in this film, and that it would be a really great idea if I auditioned, because they were looking for talent, and I've been in a few films before, and they were also looking for people who hadn't been in films, because they wanted that novice, beginner type feeling for the movie.
This is bullshit.
My character is a lot like me in a way. I mean, I am a kindergarten teacher and I am pretty shy, but the character, dealing with the children, I tell them a lot of fairy tales and fantasy type stories, and so it was as if I was just bringing one of my fairy tale characters that I tell the children all the time to life. And I was Trixie, Psycho Cop. They love that story.
Well, I play Mr. Good, which, I mean, I think that says all. He's basically your esoteric type superhero. I mean, he's got the good looks, an uncanny ability to fight crime. You know, he's pretty much the glue that holds the SuperSquad together.
You know, who doesn't have a Joe Cheese in his life? Every corner, there's a guy that you know, you can just go talk to. He's got all the right answers. He always makes the right moves. All the ladies love it. It's really good to portray a character like that.
Well, I think I brought a lot of myself to the role. Like I said before, I mean, the good looks, the agility, the strength, the prowess. I wouldn't say I'm a crime fighter in real life, but you know, I do like to help old ladies across the street, and I give to charity.
This is bullshit.
That was interesting. We had a really, really good time. A lot of different personalities, though. We had a positive woman. she was very positive, but then all of a sudden she'd like fly off the handle and start screaming and yelling at everybody, and I didn't quite know what was positive about that, but, you know, we called her positive woman nonetheless. And then we had Mr. Good, and he was interesting. He was a pathological liar. He just lied about everything, which amazed me. I mean, being a kindergarten teacher, I can spot that right off the bat. And, I mean, he just lied about where he went to college, where he took art school, you know, and everything to all of us. It was weird. But he was a really good actor, though.
It was quite a crew. I've never really worked with a crew like this before. I'd say I really had to bring up my performance to compensate. They definitely didn't have you know, any theater type training. You know, I went to the Harvard theater school, which isn't widely known, but one of the best in the world. And you know, it's just sad sometimes that the casting directors put together, you know, a cast like this, which is a perfectly good storyline. You know, it's got a lot of action. All you need is the right people. But I think in the end, with the editing and special effects, I think that'll compensate.
Well, that's a pretty stupid question. I don't have any problem working with anybody except a bunch of morons, which, you know, I really got stuck with.
Well, obviously it wouldn't work without Mr. Good. You know, he's kind of like the Professor X, if you would, if I could take a reference from another great superhero team. Interested in a sequel? I think maybe if they shake things up with maybe a few cast changes and write a really good story, yeah, I think I might be interested.
I would definitely work with these people again. As a matter of fact, I think they want us to get back together for a sequel.
I will not reprise the role of Joe Cheese. Maybe I'll do a second cousin, like maybe James Cheese or something, or his twin brother. You know, something like that. You know, there's always possibilities.
This is bullshit.
He was pretty cool. I don't know, he brought us cocktails all the time and, you know, kept us feeling good on the set. I can't say what else he brought us, but we had a good time. We had a really good time. He was a good director.
He brought me lunch a couple times. Other than that, I mean, he was pretty much not there. I mean, he was there physically. I could see him when I was doing a scene, but you know, that was about as much as he brought. So we pretty much fended for ourselves. I think if you've seen the trailer or any preview to the movie, I mean, that's all it is. I mean, it's a cheap T&A, you know, trying to sell the movie.
Be what you want to be free, you know, be free to be me, you know, that's the motto.
You know, I feel I'm a real actor, you know, true theater performer, and you know, that's, you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do to get the movie sold. I don't personally agree with it, but you know, this is Hollywood.
You know, play dress up all the time, go in your mommy and daddy's closet and get out all their funky outfits like mine, and just, you know, have fun.
Let me lay all those rumors to rest. I mean, a lot of people thought that I got involved with this project, and you know, my parents paid for a lot of it, and you know, I mortgaged their house, you know, to get a lot of money for it, because I wanted to put myself in all the big scenes, and I wanted to put myself with all the girls all the time, and you know, that's ridiculous. The chips fall where they go. The script was put together, I mean, prior to casting. Again, I had Also because the character has the same first name as me, it doesn't mean that I planned on, taking over that role. And even though I was in charge of casting, I really don't think that it's just all a bunch of coincidence. And I really think a lot of people need to just relax and mind their own business about that. Well, as with the character, I try to say, never sell anybody short. Always give them their due. I definitely think that I deserve an Academy Award in both directing, acting, producing. Even though I wasn't the actual producer, I think, I need to be recognized. And I think that's what the story is all about, getting out there and doing it, and protecting the little guy and making sure that everyone gets a fair shot. I don't end up being typecast. I mean, you saw it happen to, Mark Hamill in Star Wars, Gilligan, I mean, these were leading men. I mean, these guys, but that's all that they're known for. And I really don't want that to happen to me, even though the role, I think, really defined a lot about the SuperSquad saga as it one day will become. Donnie was pretty cool. He seemed to have a real attitude problem. He tried to take a lot of credit that just wasn't his. I mean, there were times, if the guy's not saying, hey, you know what, I came up with the idea of SuperSquad, well, he's not getting the endorsements for the action figures like I am. Maybe he didn't sign the contracts fast enough, maybe he didn't find the right lawyers, I don't know. But the point is, bottom line, I'm behind all of it. And besides that, he'd also, I got a sandwich, he'd take a bite out of it, I'm in a scene, that was originally, I'm directing the scene, and I'm like, well, you know what, Donnie, that was a pretty good scene, but I think we're going to change it, maybe have me in this one. You just had a problem with that. That's a little ridiculous in my eyes, because, when you're on the other side of the camera, you know what's best, and you know what the audience really wants to see. The role just took on a life of itself, both Joe Cheese, Power Princess, Positive Princess, whatever.
Is he in here? Hey, Joe, you bastard! I can't believe what you said!
Son of a bitch! I told you to God! I'm scared of this film! I can't see you, son of a bitch! I bent the sunglasses. It's just a Smithsonian exhibit right there, gone.
Yeah, well, I hope this wig is... Burn it! I hate it in this